Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. Today we're going to be running the Veles 29 and the Blackjack 24. Both of these boats are upgraded to the moon and back. Okay, they're far from stock. But I figured I'd do a video on the differences in the two hulls. Okay, what you get when you get the boat and what the boat can be once it's upgraded. Okay, so stick around, you guys. Big B, we're Ironclad RC. Let's go over the Blackjack 24 first, and then we'll do the Veles. The 24, it's 24 inches long. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 inches wide. The boat comes as a 3S capable boat with a 3650 brushless motor, a 30 amp Dynamite ESC, and a 3S capable. Okay, it's about 35 miles an hour out the box. This is an ABS hull, polycarbonate ABS, and the boat's actually extremely fun. It's lightweight, it's small and compact, and you can basically run it anywhere. Okay, it's great for small ponds, small lakes, and big areas of water as well. You know, you can upgrade it. Okay, I've got a Fly Color 90 with a HOBBYSTAR 3660. I run the boat on 4S. My best with this boat is 76 miles an hour. Okay, I've actually upgraded the driveline, the rudder, the whole nine. I added extra coolant. When you get it, okay, like I said, 35 miles an hour. If you're wanting to go faster, I recommend upgrading the flex cable and the strut first. Then your drive line will handle the extra power. Move up to a bigger ESC with the stock motor. The stock motor will handle 6S. It's best run on 3 and 4S, but it'll handle 6S. Okay, and then you can kind of go from there with it. All right, great beginner style hull, great for the beginner. I highly recommend this boat if you're wanting to get into boating. This is the boat to get. Okay, so the Veles 29 is 29 inches long. I think it's 10 and a half, 11 inches wide. I think it's 10 and a half. And this is a fiberglass constructed hull. Okay, it's a little bit heavier than the Blackjack 24, and it actually takes a little more know-how to tune and run this boat. The 24, she's fairly simple to get going and get going fast. Okay, the Veles comes with a 3650 Dynamite 2000 kV, 120 Dynamite ESC, 4 and 6S capable out the box. Speeds of 60 plus right out the box, whereas this one's 35 plus, 30 plus out the box. Okay, now this boat I've upgraded it. Okay, this boat right here actually takes a larger body of water compared to the Blackjack 24. You need some room to open this boat up. If you're going to do ovals, you need some room. Okay, so take that into consideration when you're boat shopping. All right. Now I have a 40 millimeter SSS 4074 2000 kV Fly Color 150, which is it's a fairly budget-friendly setup. I run this boat on 6S strictly. I've upgraded the flex cable. Okay, when you upgrade the flex cable, you need a new coupler. All right, upgraded the servo as well. Stock receiver. Okay, I put a shorter rudder on. If you have handling issues, I've noticed the shorter rudder actually aids the boat in the turn. Now this boat right here, I run OXIDEAN props on it all day long. I love this boat, OXIDEAN. This is a 42 4-pitch we're going to be running today. The 42 high rake's a great prop on this boat, and it's a great prop on an upgraded. The 42 high rake OXIDEAN is a great prop for this boat upgraded. Okay, I've actually lowered the CG in my boat. I've put some OXIDEAN battery trays and lowered my battery so it handles better in a slow corner. Okay. And you know, this is for the more advanced boater that wants to go fast. My best with this boat with a flip is 95. My best without a flip is 93 miles an hour. Okay, 93 with this hull. She's got potential. Both of the boats have potential. Okay, got my boat taped up. I just used some black duct tape. It's what I have. Okay, now I have actually cracked the hatch on this boat, and I fiberglass reinforced the inside. So I do want to point that out. Both boats, nothing's indestructible. Okay, you wreck a boat at speed, you flip a boat 40, 50, 60 mile an hour, nothing's indestructible. Things break. Okay, but you know, boat hulls, you can fix them a lot of times. That's the benefit to having a fiberglass hull. If you break it, you crack it, you could fix it. Polycarbonate, not so much. So that's something to consider. Okay, so I got her taped up. Let's get it. With the stock boat, I think my best was like 38 or 40, maybe. I think it was 41 miles an hour. I just watched a video the other day with stock electronics. 41. Full trigger. Woo! When you buy a boat, make sure you have a recovery boat. You know, see, the summer season's coming up. I know a lot of you guys are looking for new boats. You know, just make sure you have a means to get your boat out the water when you flip it. You know, whether it's a fishing pole or a recovery boat. The Jet Jam is a cheap recovery boat option. The Horizon Harbor Tug's the big recovery boat option. You know, I like the little Jet Jam for running in these smaller ponds. It's perfect. You know, it recovers any of my boats out of this small pond. Now, when I go to the speed run spot, the bigger body of water, I take my Horizon Harbor Tug. You know, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a reliable boat. Full trigger. Any boat you get, any kind of ready to run you get, you know, there's going to be little things that you have to do to them. It's just part of the hobby. That's what makes the hobby, you know. I've always said, if you get a new boat and there's nothing that you have to do to it, what's the fun in that, you know? Full trigger. Woo, she was scooting. I got the GPS in there. Yeah, man, that's the hobby. You know, unfortunately, things do break. You know, things out the box might not be exactly the way you want it, you know, and you got to get your boat running right. My boat's running a little bit dry. I have this thing running out the water. Now it's upside down in the water. So let's get our little recovery boat. All right, so everything looks like it's in good shape. Let's get it. Catamarans, like I said, weight distribution and CG. Well, weight distribution and strut positioning, really. There's more to it, but that's basically all you need to know when you get your new catamaran. Now, this boat right here handles the corner pretty good. It's not high centered. Even when it was stock, it wasn't high centered. And that's what makes this boat so much fun. You can go around a corner, you know, if you got your boat tuned right, and she's not going to tip over, okay? The Veles, she's a little different in that aspect. If you got some speed with the Veles, she'll take a turn nice. But the low end turn is not all that great. You guys need to know that if you're looking at the Veles. She's a little rocket when they're tuned up, man. Such a fun boat. At this price point, you can't beat it. I've got a link in the description. If you guys purchase the boats through the channel, it helps me. I get a little percentage. It helps me, my family, it helps the channel, you know. It's not much, but it does help. That little 438 prop absolutely gets it on this boat. Yep, this is what a properly tuned boat will get you. Pretty on the water. Full trigger. I gotta stop saying full trigger. Half throttle, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. Whoa! Woo! We landed it. Nice. That was epic. That was cool. All right, so that's probably about my battery. This is a 6100 CZ. So let's get the old Veles out, and you guys can kind of see the differences in the two boats. We'll check. Oh, well, that'll work. That'll work. All right, let's check the temps real quick and the GPS. All right, temp gun, 57, just bashing around with that TFL 438. The motor's a little bit warm. You know, you don't want to go over 150 degrees with your electronics. You know, it's just a kind of a good rule to follow. So 57, that's not bad. We'll throw that GPS in the Veles, and with the Veles, I'm actually running some SMC HCL HP 6500 150C packs. Now, when you get your Veles stock, I recommend starting off on 4S, you know, and working your way up to 6S. Get the boat tuned in right. Just take it easy with the boat. Fill your boat out when you have a new boat. All boats handle differently. Just like an RC car, they all have their own characteristics and how they perform. Okay, so this boat right here, we're gonna run out of room real quick with this boat. it needs a bigger body of water. Okay, so let's get it. All right, got the GPS cleared out, got the boat taped up. You know, if you get water in your boat, it's not the end of the world. Most of the electronics for RC boats is waterproof, you know. So let's see how this does with the 4214 OXIDEAN prop. She is so fast. One of my fastest boats, y'all. This boat has potential. Okay, so you see how the turns are with this boat? They're a little bit sensitive. And it could just be the shorter rudder that I have on it. But you can't really corner this boat like you can the Blackjack 24. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the differences you guys want to take into consideration. This boat here is made for larger bodies of water where you can really open it up. I run out of room real quick at this pond. This one here needs to be able to stretch its legs, boys. I ain't even kidding. When it stretches its legs, it stretches its freaking legs, son. She just comes alive. Full trigger blip. I like to think of this as a straightaway boat. That's what I always say. You know, guys will disagree with me. They run this boat ovals all day long, but I think of it as a straightaway speed run boat. That's my thoughts on this hull. That's my thoughts. Full trigger. Woo! So out the box, I think I was getting in the 60s with this boat. High 60s. Stock motor, stock ESC, stock prop. You know, this boat comes with a 1716 propeller, 120 ESC, 3656 pole. Okay, it's got a beast electronic system. I think I got my CG a little bit forward, but we'll deal with it. I like that little OXIDEAN prop on this boat. This one in the 42 high rakes, good props. Full trigger. Gee. Alright. Both of them are great hulls. For the price points, you know, I think this one's $449. I think the Blackjack 24 is $259 or something like that. This was for the more advanced boater. The 24 is for the beginner. Full trigger, son. Yes, sir, buddy. Into the wind. She's got some balls. And it handles the stock boat, it handles a chop pretty good too. You know, it'll take a pretty good chop. So a little bit of wind on the water, she'll actually take it. Just kind of getting warmed up here. I got those HCL HPs in here, they're heavy packs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love the way this boat looks. It's a painted hull, you know, so you really... Gee! Smoke on the water, baby. Smoke on the freaking water. Rooster tail, mean green rooster tail machine, huh? Getting the feel for it now. So I actually like to run the strut about a millimeter or two higher than the ride surfaces. A lot of guys run it in line, parallel with the ride surface. I run mine a little bit higher. All right, that's our battery. Coming in hot. Doing the moonwalk in. That's our battery. Yes, sir, buddy. Yes, sir, buddy. Let's see what that little purple OXIDEAN prop did, man. Oh, man, I'm stoked. That was a good run. I was starting to get the feel for her, you know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so big difference in boats. The way they drive, the way they perform, what they're made of, the internals, big difference in the two. Let's see what the old GPS got. 64 in the little pond, okay? Like I said, my best is 93 without a flip. So she's got potential, okay? Links in the description for both boats, all right? I highly recommend either one, you know? Just depends on your skill level and what you're after, what kind of body of water you're running. If you got small bodies of water, go with the little boat. If you got a bigger body of water, go with the big boat, you know? You can get the big boat for a small body of water, but you really got to dial it in and feel the boat, you know? You guys seen it. It took me about a minute or so to get a feel for it. Once I felt it, she was money. She was money. All right, so 103 cooler temps in the Blackjack 24, but that's just the way I got them set up. So hopefully my little comparison here between the 24 and the Veles helps you guys decide on a catamaran hull, okay? Proboat actually also offers the big Blackjack 42. Now that boat there, it definitely needs a big body of water to open its legs up on. But the 42 is hands down my favorite Proboat model. Hands down, okay? They used to offer the 36 Miss Geico Twin, which again, that's a big boat, big bodies of water, but it's a fast one. As the size of your boats go up, the cost of upgrading your boat goes up. Running the boats, maintaining the boats, batteries, you know, grease, the whole nine, propellers. Just keep it all in mind. It's a big decision. Okay, so we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Big B, we're Ironclad RC, channel where we tinker, test, and tune everything. Boat gang for life, baby.